So we're getting close to tract 22 at Fiery Fork Ridge. That's tract 20 on the right. Now this private easement road that we're on, this is just for Fiery Fork Ridge, and we just had this cleared and had all the gravel and rock brought in, but it hasn't been shaped yet. So you can see it's a little bumpy, but it's going to be super nice. As you can see some piles there, those are for the little trail that goes down to the river. And so these southern tracts, it's tract 21 on the right. These southern ones, not only do they have the direct river frontage, but you're super close to that trail which goes right down to the water. So even if these tracts are fairly steep to get to the water, I mean, you're literally a 30-second walk from that trail, which leads right down to the river. And then we'll see a post here. This is the start of tract 22 now. There's a big tree back there. You can see a pile of trees that was, they were pushed there from when this road was built. The dozer operators tend to do that. They pile them up nicely, and then they can be cut for firewood, or they can be sold for timber, or you can leave them right where they are. But that's what that's about. So I'll just pull up a little bit here, and we'll have a look at tract 22. I'll pull off the road a little bit. There we go. Okay. Looking to the south on the road. So now we're looking back at tract 22. Ah, shoot, what happened here? I don't know what I did. There. Okay. Fully surveyed. You'll find the survey pins if you look for them. And it looks like here it's fairly level coming off the road. I'm just walking back toward the west. Beautiful mature timber here. I can see oak, I can see hickory trees. Looks like a couple walnut trees, but I mean, we're talking some big trees. And this would all be level enough that you could build any type of house here. It looks like it's got just a gentle slope, but I mean, you wouldn't have to do a walkout cabin or basement or whatnot. It'd be level enough for a standard home. I'm gonna lock my truck and we'll go for a little walk here. We're probably only 150 feet back off the road, but it's already got a nice private feel to it because it kind of does slope down a little bit off that road. And now we're getting kind of to the edge of where it starts to get steep. As you can probably see in the video. It's not a straight drop by any means. But I mean, it's steep. I could probably kind of pick and choose my path and get down there, but I think I'll pass on that. So we've got a lot of trees here, otherwise we'd be looking right at the river, but you can kind of see the view looking across there. Now when these leaves are on off the trees in another few weeks, probably have a really nice view of the water itself. I'm going to back up a little bit. So potentially you could have a site with an amazing view. I'm trying to pick a good spot here. And the thing is, if that big tree and this small tree were removed, that would be a stunning view. You can kind of see it through the trees there. You can see that meadow across the river. There's a bluff over there. So this east side is super pretty. And from where I am now, you can't even see my truck up on the road. So a lot of privacy, really nice feel to it. And like I say, it is steep, make no mistake. But looking at this, if I didn't have one hand tied up with my camera, I think I could pick my way down there. From what I can see anyway. It might get steeper, I don't know. But it's one of the few river properties you'll find that has direct frontage. And it's high and dry. I mean, you're completely out of any flood zone here. You're not going to have any problem building up here on the east side. Not that you couldn't build on the west down by the river, but you'd have to, if you're going to have a mortgage, you'd have to obtain flood insurance, and that can be a big hassle, and it probably just wouldn't be the best plan anyway, because this is a real river. This is not a little creek. So on that west side, if you build it, could get wet. But up here, you're high and dry. If you don't want to go down that kind of steep hillside, we're just 30 seconds from that trail that leads right down to the river. So that's a good way to access the west side as well. Pretty special property. I'm really happy about all this mature timber on the east side. Nice big trees. Tough to find. Excuse me. And we're close to the access to the Fiery Fork Conservation Area, which is over 1,000 acres of public land that you can use for hunting and camping. And within the conservation area, there's multiple access points to the river as well. So if you're into fishing or canoeing or kayaking, you are in the right place, my friend. And of course, we're only 10 miles, 10 minutes from the Lake of the Ozarks, which you can put any kind of boat or yacht onto, from a kayak up to a super yacht. Beautiful property. Tract 22 at Fiery Fork Ridge.